have a preference which one to start with? I don't care.
The 8, not the first one.
First one? Yeah, okay. So, before we really get into it, I just wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts about this piece? What is your impression of the character of this etude? Because it's not just notes, right? It's not like a Hanon or something. It's actual music. So, how do you think about this piece?
I think that it's a pretty bright piece.
I agree. Anything beyond that, or have you thought about it not that much yet? How long have you played it?
I don't know. Maybe like 5 months.
Okay, great. Well, you don't have to have all the answers. I mean, it's sort of for us to kind of discover it together, but I completely agree that it's quite a bright piece. It's quite lively. It's mostly very kind of joyful, right? There's this sort of course we go to D minor, it's a little bit sadder in the middle, but generally, it almost has this kind of bouncing quality to me. To me, it feels like, do you know the word rustic? So rustic meaning like kind of like out in the country, maybe out in the pasture, there's like sunshine, there's maybe like a babbling brook. It actually feels a bit like Schubert. I don't know if you've ever played Schubert or listened to his music, but his music is full of nature. And this piece, you know, even the beginning, you know, that's that kind of drone, that's very much like folk music. It's very much out in nature, this kind of simplicity and beauty. So that's why I asked that. I just wondered if you were aware of that. So your fingers are working very well. I don't have too much to quibble with there, but I just think we can go for more of the character, more of the color. So maybe just start again, just play a little bit, and we'll work little by little here. So start again. Yeah. So maybe now, can you just play the left hand alone? That's good, but a little bit clearer. I know that's hard there, right? But just bringing up the top, so it's really like singing each voice. Let me watch you do that one more time. Just show me your good fingers. Okay, so count a little. 1, 2, 3, right. Can you that's what I would do. Thumb, 2. Try like that. More legato if possible. So with your thumb. There's a lot of gymnastics you have to do in this melody. It's not, the right hand's hard enough, but actually the left hand is. Try again, just connect the G to the D, the so to the re. Yeah, and if it was easy, we would go. That's what we want. So you have to imagine that. Maybe catch it in the pedal with the D. Have to adjust to a new piano. This is the idea. This is the idea. Okay, keep going if you can.
Bluetooth mode.
Oh. We have a mic coming. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? I don't know if you need it, but okay. Is it okay? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the main thing is, we always have this problem. Anytime we have to play a difficult piece of music, what do we focus on? The hard part, right? So the right hand is the hard part. But what ends up happening is, no matter how well you play the hard stuff, if you're not focused on the simple part, it's still not going to sound good. And so that's why I'm being tough on you, is you have to really care for, and again, this is the melody in the left hand, right? And so this is actually, way more important than the right hand. And so as long as you understand it really clearly and you're shaping it well, it's going to work much better. So maybe just try a little less pedal and just thinking more about your left hand, really singing it, and not actually singing it unless you want to, but just in your fingers, singing like we did, and then just lighten up in your right hand a little bit. Just try once more. You may not be able to do right under pressure right now, but it's a new way of thinking. Good. And so what happens here with this? Do you know what kind of cadence that is, by the way? Have you done music theory yet? Maybe not. A little bit? Okay, so we have different kinds of cadence. This is sort of theory nerd. You don't have to know this, but it's called the plagal cadence. And we often have it in like church music. You have the amen, right? Or sometimes. But anyway, you feel the open and the close. So just show that really well. That the first one is more and the other two are less. I don't know if you can do staccato if you want, they don't have to be, but and actually here I disagree with your very sudden piano. Maybe lots of pianists do that, but I just feel like well, you can play it again for you. Maybe you'll convince me. But let's go right there. You play. I don't know the notes. Okay, yeah, good. Now, so speaking of cadences, this whole passage, it's well played with the right hand, but just think more about the harmony, because this is one huge phrase. And I'm sorry, do you mind if I just not use this? This is very distracting. I think I'll speak loud, okay? But I need to. Can I just turn it up? Yeah, I'm sorry, it's too loud. I'll talk loud though so you can all hear. So this last page, or this last phrase, we have. So it's this big build-up all toward that. And so you have to hear your right hand very clearly. It's like a small arrival here, right? So when you get to that final chord, I would slow down a little bit, yeah? Set up the rolled chord. We'll just try that. You need the music or it's okay? But here, I want you to relax. You made it. You made it to the end of the phrase. And so, so once you get here, once you've arrived on, especially on this chord, you can sit back a little bit. Don't think about a metronome anymore. Your rhythm is fine, okay? Metronomes are the worst thing in music. I hate them. And so you guys can forget everything I say as soon as this is over, but for now we're not doing metronome stuff, we're going to make music. So anyway, relax here, it can be free. And then you go, right? So just ritardando. Try maybe from the bottom of that one. So then you have to just time it with this. So maybe on the last note, maybe like on the thumb there, you can stop a second and this is already happening. Because you're always a little bit confused with the rolled chord. So it actually has to probably start at least on the G, if not the B flat. All the more reason to slow down a little bit there. Okay, try again. Okay, so you can work on that, but you just have to change the pedal a little bit better next time. But I know it's an adjustment, so that's good. And then we have the same thing again, right? So we don't have to do that again. Where does it change? Where do we have new music moving on from the second stanza? So right. And so how is this different than that? This is kind of a, oh, I wanted to say one thing here. Can you voice that a little bit more? Can we hear the, not the bottom, just the top. With your thumb. Beautiful, exactly like that, okay? Just so we hear this nice singing. But then this one, the color is different. Play that chord now in contrast. How is it different?
It sounds more like a surprise.
To me, I disagree. I feel like this is more a surprise. It's brighter. If you listen, we're here. But maybe not. And then, because this is really the same chord as the previous one, is this. We have the G in the middle, though. Maybe that's why. But anyway, just to say, it's a different chord. So show that it's sort of a beautiful, rich color. And then let's hear the line there. Basically, this is a whole extended moment on the B flat that then resolves. So I have to steal it, sorry. That's your goal. That's all we want to hear, really. Everything else is just a spray of notes. It's the hardest part, but we really want to just hear your left hand. It's really the leader. It's the conductor of the orchestra. So maybe here. Right there, together. Focused on your right hand, which is pretty good, but I don't hear the tenor. So be very, very conscious. Okay, I can't reach that chord either. Keep your thumb there. Oh, sorry. So your thumb has to really clearly articulate. Right? So. Relaxes then. But we need to hear that clearly. Do a little bit slower and try to control that if you can. Right on, can you go right on that responsibly? But then I would put the accent here and not there. So we really go. Sorry for the wrong notes. I'm standing up, but the idea. You can keep messing with that, but we don't have to spend the whole time on it. Now here, what's happened? Yeah. And how is the character of the piece changed with this now too? It's not only just minor, but like, you have to use your imagination when you play this. So if it's like a beautiful sunny day out in the forest and the brook is babbling and the fish are jumping out of the water and there's, you know, there's deer and birds and everything, and then suddenly we're here, how is this, what's going on now?
It feels like something's wrong.
Okay, yeah, maybe the sun went behind the clouds, and well, you use your imagination, but you basically have to just create a new. It's like all the music has been transformed, and now it's a little bit in the dark or something. It's suddenly more serious, more there's danger maybe. So why don't you show that? Just right on it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, I wanted to say I brought my score too. And so I think, this is the Paderewski version. They're both good versions. Okay? Paderewski has meno forte. Do you know meno? Meno means moins, less. Okay? So a little less forte, and I think whether you agree with that or not, whether Chopin wrote that, I'm not sure, but it's a good piece of advice, okay? So right now you kind of played it exactly like the F major, but now un peu caché, okay? A little bit more hushed, like suddenly all the animals notice it's getting dark and they're worried. You could even use a bit of soft pedal maybe. Change the color, okay? Let's go backwards. Let's go from here again, and then all the way down, and then you change the color and maybe put soft pedal. You have to show a big difference between F major and then D minor comes. Right there. Is that as soft as you can play? So show us this. Just, we have to see how far you can go, and if it's too much, then we can decide, okay, that was not way too much. But right now, it's still too much the same thing. Go pianissimo, just once. See how it feels. We don't have to keep it, but just to try it. I like that. I don't know if you like that. You can maybe start closer to that and then build up again. But we have to do, so all the pianists here, it's very important for you to, when you're trying to interpret a piece, to exaggerate everything, right? So take more time than you think. Make it louder than you think, or softer than you think, because we always don't do enough. I mean, every teacher's going to tell you that basically it's not nearly enough, whatever you're doing. You think you're doing crescendo, you're not, you know. You think you're voicing that chord, you're not. So you always need to go further than you actually think is necessary, and then it's generally about right. So we imagine that it's pianissimo, and it's like, well, that's not written, I shouldn't do that. Well, you just try it, and sometimes it sounds pretty good, and you can keep it. He really has nothing written here in your score, so you technically could play very soft there, and nobody's going to care. But anyway, okay, that's good. I had a question as well. Do you have any sections of this that are really difficult for you? I mean, you play it pretty well, but I'm just curious because it's a hard piece.
When I started playing this part was really difficult.
Yeah. Is it because of your hand size?
Mostly.
Yeah, the big stretches. What would be the hardest passage of this, do you think? I think there's one part that's the hardest, maybe not for you. To me, it's this. To me, this is very difficult because you have to do those thirds. I have a big hand, but I can really stretch that. Especially on the black keys, right? When you're doing that. Well, that's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. So it's not that then. It's more. And then how do you do this? Do you slide the thumb? Oh, good for you. let's give you a second chance to do it. Why don't you go somewhere in here and get into this again? Maybe we'll hear some of that, okay? Hoping to get through it and get to the end, or do you have ideas? Have you thought about that at all? Because it sounds like it's really good. Your fingers are working well, but I don't really hear where the music is going. It's just sort of like we're treading water here, and we kind of are. But there are changes. Anytime the music changes, you have to show that. When music repeats a lot, we tend to zone out. We immediately lose interest because it's like, I've heard this, whatever, same thing. No, but whenever Chopin repeats himself a lot, by the way, but whenever there's a change, so here you've got like, the C sharp, which turns into a D flat, but then eventually that goes away and you have C natural, right? And so all of those little tiny changes in the music, you can use those to kind of show, oh, there's a new color. Because otherwise it's like 8 bars of sort of the same thing and it's not that interesting. So that's one thing. Here, yeah, you do that very well. I have trouble with that, but you play it very well. Again, to make yourself feel even more comfortable, shape your left hand. You're rushing your left hand, and that automatically makes your right hand even less stable. Okay? So the left hand is the boss, it's the driver. Play your left hand there, just maybe by itself. This is the glue, that's the motive. Have you ever played a Beethoven sonata? No. Beethoven often uses motives, like, that's all through the Fifth Symphony. Well, here your motive is, right, the dotted rhythm. And so you have that here. So that has to be very clear. That's like the, that's sort of the exciting dance-like quality. So can you do one more time and show that very clearly? So how about a yum-ba? 1, 2, 3, right there. So that's it. That's it. And then this will be ba. So make it a staccato like. So the staccato means really lift and then drop. So this is, what does it mean when the first beat is weak and the second beat is strong? There's a term for this. You may not have learned it. It gets used in jazz a lot.
Syncopation.
Thank you, yeah. So this is a syncopation. So in other words, Chopin is throwing off the rhythm. So we expect this strong beat here, and it's not. It's actually a weak beat, and it goes here. So you can actually play this one staccato as well. It's the start of that idea. So, right, this idea, okay? So that's that. Then this here, just listen a little bit more closely. And I want to get into this. Maybe could we? How's the time looking? I'm sorry, I'm not keeping track.
6:30.
25 minutes past.
25 minutes? How much longer do I have? Sorry.
each student 45 minutes, then we have 15 more minutes left.
Okay, so we'll finish on this then, and go to the other one. Here, this is a big arrival. I want to work on this. Can we get into anywhere? Maybe here? I want to build this up. I want to hear how you do that again. You can give yourself more time. Again, the metronome is not on here. No metronome. You're free. You have to take the time it takes to really play a big rolled chord. And this is not a sonata, but it's a recapitulation. It's the return of the main idea. So it's in terms of structure and the architecture of music, this is the most important part, I would say. So you have time, and you need to show it very clearly. And then you can go, but we need to hear that very clearly, so just try like that. You really show it. Put in an accent on the A, and maybe hold it a little bit longer. Just go the start of that bar, maybe. That's right. From A in your left hand. Okay, go where it's comfortable. I'm sorry, that's hard. Okay, so this bar. Yat-da-da-ba-ram. Take a big ritardando here. Okay, so every note is clear. Sorry, what is it? Right, something like this. Okay. That's the idea. Yeah. Okay, so you can work that, but you have to show very clearly this is the arrival back home again. You went through this crazy, I don't know, forest fire or big storm or some scary event. You saw a ghost in the woods, I don't know. And then you've arrived back home. Now, the ending, it's a similar thing. I think Chopin often does this in the codas of a piece. You know what a coda is? A coda is like the ending material. We've had the main theme, and then we go somewhere else, and these different ideas. But then the coda is like new music that comes to close the piece out. And so that's what this is. You have this beautiful melody in your left hand all over the place, and unfortunately we don't have tons of time to work on it. But to me, everything has been done, and so this part is more relaxed now. You can sort of just relax and don't push so much. To me, everything is sort of winding down, and then you just sort of, you stop, music is suspended here. And then you go again. But it all kind of just almost like evaporates or something. It's all just like dying away. But it's the same idea as much as you can listen. Actually, we're doing pretty well listening to your left hand there, especially. But then this, I wouldn't mind doing this actually because I thought the ending was good, but it could be a bit better. Can we start maybe here? Or anywhere it's good for you. When you got to hear, that's very good. Before that, I don't understand at all what's happening. You're only listening to your right hand. Sorry to be, I'm not trying to be too critical, but I think you can do better. It's just, because you play so well here, it's very clear the melody. But then here, we need to hear that, and yum. But again, the syncopation, that 4, 1, 2. It's almost like something calling, yum, this like echoing or something. But you have to bring those out. He writes an accent, he wanted that, so you have to be clear about it. It's not just, oh, I have to fit this in with my right hand. No, the right hand has to fit with the left hand. The left hand is the boss, it has the ideas. The right hand is just color, it's filigree. So bear that in mind. We won't take the time to work on it, but maybe just, we go from this one maybe, is that possible? I want to get to here. That's right. That's it, that's it. Slow down, soft pedal. Good. And then you arrive there, no sound. Yeah, so it's like, and then it's like, everything goes crazy again, like some crazy laughter or something. So it feels like that piece is over here. And so I would do a longer rest actually. I don't know if I can play that, but okay, we have to hold, and then go. Can you just do those 2 bars? Right here. Just nothing. Very simple. Exactly. Show me your last chords as well, if you would. Maybe, yeah, right there. You can do your. Concert of Yefim Bronfman. He just played Rachmaninoff Third Concerto, and he played this as an encore. And he's a great pianist, so if you want, you can do this. The way he played it was, oh, sorry, not wrong notes, but like very like almost pianissimo. But anyway, I think we need to hear the tops of the chords. It's good sound. So bring up the tops. That's it. Can you voice it a little bit more? Hold on to it. Yeah, what is it? Hold your fifth finger a little longer so we hear it clearly. Yeah? Do it without pedal and show me. Okay, just moving on quickly. What's the character of this piece?
It's a bit more darker.
For sure, for sure. This was my teacher's favorite etude of all of them. It's much more dramatic. Molto agitato, right? Very agitated, very. What do you make of staccato with slurs? It's like an oxymoron. It's like a paradox. It's a contradiction. How do you think of that? It's obviously not this, right? That's too much.
I feel like.
Yeah. So you're trying to kind of split the difference. That I think it's detached, but they're connected ideas. The notes are part of the same. Well, it's a melody, right? So maybe it's like agitated and it's like someone breathless saying, this kind of like almost really, really frightened or something like that. My suggestion to start it is pianissimo with the soft pedal. Just to start it, I think you'll be more comfortable because it was too loud when you started. I think it's all too loud. Crescendo, yes, but it's just getting going. I think this is a more subtle piece. You have fortissimo coming, but I think it should be Do we have sotto voce? That's a common, yeah, oh, you have that here. But I don't think it gets very much. Can you keep it all like maximum mezzo forte? That's fine. Keep going, it's nice. Right, bring that out. Go to the A flat. Ta-dum! That's sort of very aggressive there. It's like very scary. Yeah, exactly. Let's keep going. Sotto voce, how do you do that? Right there. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Good. When you shape this phrase, where should you go? Go to the high C. You show a little bit more, go to C. Exactly. Right, exactly. And then here, can we have some more color changes? Show that it's show each change of harmony, yeah? We go, just start here and try that. Try to show each chord is new and exciting. Yeah. You can keep the melody, but you have to just drop the sound completely. Show a color change. We don't get the E flat, we need E flat. One more sound. Dig it out. There it is. Thank you. Yeah, okay. So that can be clear, but the left hand is nothing, okay? Try it right there. Yeah, that's it. Okay, now, one thing to bear in mind, this is a lifetime of working with music, but you want to listen to your long notes really well. So we have this, and you're kind of putting an accent right after it instead of listening. So if we have, so all of these should not be accented, but they should be coming out of the previous phrase. Instead of putting an accent there, make it move toward the end each time. Okay, can you try that right there? Exactly, very good. Now, I'd love to hear the octaves now. Can we maybe do that again with hands together? We'll keep going into the octaves. Once you arrive, it can stay there in terms of intensity. Try not to accent the second note. Right? The way you play it is, but then you're doing like that. But we want so all the same kind of attack, not an aggressive one on the second note. Get here, I would take time. My teacher taught it to me this way, and it makes sense. You're in this sort of heightened screaming quality, right? So take the time before you start some new idea. Can you try that? And then somewhere else. and then just a little bit slower on the left hand. Still fortissimo though. So this can support it. And then we come back down here, okay? Yeah. So basically it just gives you a little bit of breath then to start the next phrase, right? Or the completion of the idea. Good. Okay, then we have kind of the same thing again now in octaves, so it's the same idea. Okay, before we get there, why don't you do this for me? Let's go forward from here. Can you play this? But when you have repeated notes, you need to move them somewhere. Right now they're all accented. What if we did what he writes? Bum 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 bim bum. Go to the accent. Bum 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 dee dum. And then even these bum 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 bum. Just go to the accented notes. The other ones should not be voiced so much. To go to the accent. The rest of the notes, less. Try one more time. Bum, 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 ba, time. Try that. No, it's too, just straighten it. Go there. So more on the last one. Yes, you hear the difference? It just automatically gives it more character. The same way here. By the way I do this is duple plus triple. Just if it's helpful. So together and then triple against it. FYI. Here, pedal when you come off. Can you just play the ending? We have to stop it. Just try the ending. Soft pedal here too. Pianissimo, leggerissimo. No, it's too strong. When you do a staccato, pull it up. Yes, beautiful. See, if you pull it out of the keys, you get a much better sound. The hands have to be together here. It's not just, I know we have smorzando, but it's still got to be ensemble, okay? Even with the pedal down. But yeah, bravo, very good. Thank you very much. I can take that actually. Thank you.
Low battery.
Oh. Just turn it off. bravo. Wow. You guys are so brave to play these crazy etudes. It's like very scary. So bravo to both of you. All right, same thing. How do you feel about this this first etude? What is your idea? What's your interpretation?
Well, it starts off pretty bright, but then there's like a sudden mood change, a sudden tempo change, a large crescendo coming.
Where exactly are you talking? Are you talking like this one, or?
No, like a little bit after.
Well, we can get into it. Okay, yeah. And you know, this one is interesting because, well, I'll ask it as a question. Where is the melody of this piece?
Well, it's mainly on the left hand.
I actually don't think there is any melody. I think it's like well, I think it comes from this. Because Bach really loved, Chopin really loved Bach. And so he knew all the preludes and fugues and would play them all the time. And to me, this is just, it's the beginning of the Opus 10. You know, the well-tempered clavier starts with C major. So I think it comes from Bach. But even in the Bach, it's the same thing. This continual texture, there's no melody. It's just broken chords. So my point is this. I don't think you actually have a melody, but you do have a bass line. It's not really, you could call it a melody if you want. I think it's more just a bass line. It's outlining the chords. But that's my main comment. Actually, you play very well. But you need to use the bass as the reinforcement of everything you're doing in the right hand. Sometimes, like for example, I'll try it. So this one, this G, that's the dominant of C major, right? You barely played it. We had like, it's not enough. You need to ground everything you do with strong octaves. Of course, there's different levels of sound, but we have to clearly hear those. Let's just work on it. I mean, there's lots to talk about here, but start from the beginning and really give. Right? It'll also, sorry, just to, if you play kind of powerfully right at the beginning, it's going to make you feel more confident. It's going to make you feel more comfortable. If we kind of play, you know, you're skating on thin ice. It's very dangerous. So you just have to commit and just go from there. Try. Every time you get to G, I don't hear it. I'm rhyming there, but that's what I heard. I have to hear it. Don't be too subtle. Be explicit with the bass. It has to be clear. The other reason for that last G is you have to hold it for 2 whole bars. So if you barely play it, we're going to lose. Like when you played for us, look, you're playing great, but we lost all that bass. It was basically just this. You know, it didn't have any of that supporting. So you have to play more there. Don't be too subtle. Actually, the rest of it I like very much. You just want to show the way the harmonies are changing it. So this, that's just setting it all up, right? So good. Okay, going on. Can you just go from this one again the second time you have it? So, okay. bass has to be the leader. I'm not saying play, not like just, you know, what is it, sorry. Just make sure it's clear with your thumb. Give us at least your thumb. Because it's the harmony. Or it's the beat, the root of the harmony. What's happening here? So we're going. What's going on with that bass line? Are you familiar with this pattern? It's called circle of fifths. So we just very naturally feel. This kind of thing. It's just constantly going down by dominant sevenths, down by fifths. And so it becomes this chain. It's the same thing. Sorry, where is that? When you have a little bit later this thing. That, you know, E minor, A minor, G minor, G7, C major. So it's like the circle of fifths idea. Once you kind of get on that train, you just need to show it clearly. So it's probably better just to do it. You want to start right there, can you? Okay. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, the A7. Sorry. Here. Or you can do the E before if you want. We just want to get into that. Read the score, it's fine. Yeah. No, that's good. The second octave was better. Give us the that passage you just played. That's the hardest part of the piece, right?
Yeah. Normally I just play slow.
Like for your practice, you go slowly? No pedal? Or do you use pedal?
I think I use pedal.
Okay. Yeah, FYI, all pianists here, he just played really well. The hardest passage of this piece, probably this one, right? That's the hardest one. There's a cheap fingering. You could do from second finger. It's much easier. Yeah. I'm not saying do it because you've already worked it out and Chopin wanted you to do your way. But let's say you had a big competition, you could do the cheap fingering if you had to. FYI. But it's really well done. It's so hard to, and I find the A major one is very hard too. So you did that really well. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, when you're doing the circle of fifths, can you show the suspensions and the resolutions? So you know, for the first one, we have the dominant seventh. Change of harmony. Just one more time with that, if you would. And then in general, I haven't said this yet, but if you can try, we can go ahead actually, but I want you to try making more, sometimes you do it but not consistently. Can you make more waves of the sound? Like a little bit more crescendo to the top and then diminuendo down? It's easier said than done, I know, but I think it would just give a little more nuance to the sound. What if we went, can we go from here? Just, we'll skip the hard part now. We'll go from this one. And just make a more of a, build it up, a little more of a crescendo. More bass. We didn't have the B there. All your basses have to be clear. Sorry to be so picky, but you play well, so it's going to be tougher. It's going to give you more confidence, I promise you. Go from the beat. Continue. Sorry to stop you all the time. It's too weak. I didn't hear it. You're just like treading water. No. That's your foundation. You need to be solid. Also, I just noticed you did the wrong octave here, and you also did the wrong octave here. It's one octave too high. So you're down here. Careful of that, yeah. And also this one. Let's go on, because I do want to get to the revolutionary. So, can you just go from there? Play the coda here. I didn't know if there's anything else. Such an accent. Can we hear that there's a passing tone moving down, so not it's too aggressive. Show us, maybe make your legato. Can you make legato in your left hand? Something like that. Yeah. There's not an accent on it. I want to hear it clearly, but not too powerful, if that makes sense. One, two, three, two, three. Exactly. Go on. That's good, right there. bit too soft. So maybe you could come down a little bit here and maybe there, but I don't know, it needs to end with a bang, I think, or very like majestically. Like to me, this is a music that's not really human. It's like an architecture, like a huge cathedral or like some kind of, something very massive, like a mountain or something really huge in nature. So it has to feel like very like massive and grand at the end. Just really powerful at the end. Yeah, something like that. And of course, hold it longer. But good job. Okay, so then the other one. Here. It's really good. My biggest complaint is here. You play those as eighth notes. Dun dun dun, bum bum bum. I know you don't mean to, but dum da dee. We need that. And I agree with that fingering. Yes, very good. So do you do that fingering with the fourth finger? I think that works very well, actually. Yeah. This is always how it happens with etudes. We always forget the musical stuff because the notes are so hard. And so I think that, like, I have no real issues with your notes. They're pretty good. But the main idea is a little bit weak because you're not focused on it enough. So, ya-da-da-da-dum. You can just do that with the left hand just very clearly so you understand exactly how it feels. Slowly. That's it, okay? So that's not the rhythm you were playing, but now you have it fixed, okay? So that's good. And then here, it's pretty good, but I don't hear all the notes, okay? I didn't do it either. Try to get every note with that. A little slower. Yeah. I just want to hear them. There's this sort of. Yeah. Okay, let's take it from there. I'd love to hear the theme. Right here. It a little bit more because he does write it. It's not written legato, but I don't know. To me, it's just a little bit more compelling that way. Just try it like that. You may not be able to do it on the fly, but just from here. That's one. When you do this, you don't really have to play the G very much at all. You can just sort of let it drop down. it's not really another gesture. So just let it drop a little bit, and that's all you need. Yeah, good, good, go on, go on. Same thing here. You can just slide. Yeah, so go to the second, I mean, they're both accented, but I would go to the longer one, so. Yeah, exactly. Okay, the rest is good. Same thing. Now here, this is a tricky spot, right? Can you play maybe, get into it, I want to hear that again. Yeah. So several things. The first one is bum 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 ba da da dee. I would put an accent here. On the last one, I don't know if I can play this well enough to really demonstrate it. But like so you go to here, and then it helps with those eighth notes. So like, sorry. Just try that. Put an accent on the last one, and then it'll give the eighth notes some direction. And then this is a little problematic for you. Can you play that maybe a little slower just to make sure? Can you hold the D possibly? Yeah. You can probably play 5 again there. Yeah. But anyway, we want to hear that kind of a thing. Okay, yes. I actually don't have that tie, but I like that. That's interesting. But the point is this. You don't want to hear the change of the chord so much. We want to hear. Still want to hear the top note. You can do it with 2 hands just to get the idea of, but the melody's on top, and we can't have that obscured by the change of chord. Right now, it's like dum bum ba da da da. You know, it's like that can't interrupt the melody. That's better. That's better. Just don't play this very strong. Okay, good. Now, I circled this because it was just so powerful, and we've had like so much power already. I know it's forte, but it has to. You have to show a different color. That's obviously not forte, but I think it needs to wind down, and you have to show some other color, and then build it back up. So maybe think, if you're like at a fortissimo, you're definitely at these forzandi, I don't really know. But it just has to feel a bit different. You were just like, you know, I think it's too strong. It should be more like mysterious, more explorational. Can you try that, like maybe for the bar before? Do like a decrescendo, let it wind down. You can slow down a little bit if you. Yeah, something like this. It's just, give yourself a chance to breathe. Yeah? You've gone through all this wild, crazy. It's a little bit like, you know the Schubert Erlkönig? This is it's a song, but it's been transcribed by Liszt for solo piano. But it's almost like this. It's like Well, it's not, but it's very epic and this kind of a thing. It's just like really scary and crazy. This piece is sort of in the same character, but you need to give yourself a breathing room here. Okay, let's do the same place again. Let's go on. Sometimes your 16ths are a little too long, okay? So just work on all, you don't have to do now, because you have to practice it a little bit, but da-da. Remember we had, the same kind of thing, yum, da-da. In this case, it's much more heroic and more like, like a tragic hero of some kind. But if you're a little bit slow on the 16th, we lose, it becomes dum ba dee, it's a little bit, it weakens it, you know? So we have to have da da, very kind of powerful like that. But let's go ahead, because there's some other stuff I want to say. Maybe just getting to that. But I wonder if you could change your attack. It's very aggressive. It's like you're hitting the keys. I know it's the revolutionary piece and it's kind of like angry, but I think when we come straight down into the keys like this, it can tend to be a harsh sound. And so my suggestion is pull the sound up. By moving your arm a little bit. It can't be, that's such a harsh sound, right? So, yeah. And have you ever played 4-note chords like this with a flat hand and then kind of grabbing them like this? Yeah. So it's like almost going up. Yeah. Try like that if you can, and try to make the line as I know it's not possible to make it perfectly legato, but do your best. That's basically the line, right? No, not the same. That's a syncopate, or that's a appoggiatura, right? So we have so not the same. Yeah. Go on. Good. It's more connected this way. Then this is the same, right? It's the same. Now, I have a contention with you about your rhythm here. So we have to look at that a little bit. Can you get into this section again? Wherever you want to start, but we need to get there. So my suggestion, how did you practice this, or how do you practice this part? Because it's in triplets now. It's a very complicated rhythm. Or have you thought about it? Okay. It's sort of, no offense, but it doesn't sound like you've thought about it very much. It's hard, because it's basically 4 against 3, but then there's a dot at the end. So whenever you have hard rhythms, you want to make them, you want to simplify them as much as you can, and then build in the craziness. So how to do that? Slowly, no pedal. Just do a triplet. Triplet, and then we put the dot back in, but have you played Fantasy Impromptu? That's 4 against 3 everywhere, and so it's a good practice for doing this. But this. I mean, you could probably still win a competition without doing this work, but it's not really what Chopin wrote, so I would say do this at some point. You want to, okay, the first note's together. This one's going to go just between the second and third. And then with, normally, if this didn't have the dot and the 32nd, or the second, you would go in between the third and fourth. But because it's there, you're going to go there, just after that. So it becomes, right? Here it's a little more straightforward. Da-da-dee-da-da-da. Yeah, it's triplet, triplet, da-da. But I would take away the dot at first to practice and just play it like it's da-da-dee-da-da-da. I don't know if you can try that. It's going to be an adjustment, but. That's basically it. Yeah, that was a normal triplet. So that's the first way. And then you can kind of dot it out after that. Then what about this one? So we have. All right, let's do it without that. Sorry. Take away your left hand, just the right hand, just so that you understand. Triple da-da. Okay? And then it's kind of the same thing here. This is actually quite hard because of the rhythm. Now maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, but and then another one. So if you can work on those, it's probably too much to do in the. How much time do we have? Sorry.
5 more minutes.
Perfect. Yeah, we don't have to do all that here, but it makes sense, I think, right? Yeah. So that's just an adjustment I would make. It's because otherwise it's exactly the same music again, but he varies the rhythm just to make it a little more impassioned, I think. Let's skip ahead though. Maybe actually, if you can do that last one, let's go. Sorry, where are we here? Yeah, this is okay. Just play how you normally do. I'm sorry to get you. Can you make more of a line with this too? I know you don't have phrasing over everything, but it's basically a simple scale. Make one thing. As legato as you can without playing legato. So the pedal helps you, but use your fingers too. Good. New color, right? Go on. New color. Forte piano, forzando piano, I guess that is. So, team, and then soft. Not quite. It's a little longer, not a 16th, it's an 8th. not doing anything with your right hand, just hold it. We need all that sound. One of the big dangers with piano playing is we think, oh, if I have the pedal, I don't have to hold notes. It's not true. It really does change the sound if you hold the notes. So legato is still a thing, it's important, even with pedal. Obviously without, but when we have pedal, there's a difference in the sound, whether we hold the note or we just trust the pedal. It's a little bit more present, it's a little more sculpted. So put it all back together, let's do right there. Oh, sorry, I wanted this part from the top, yeah. Harmony is, by the way. In C minor we have, what harmony would that be if you had to make a chord out of it? Thank you, yeah. I'll just give it away because we're running out of time. So this is, if you take the D flat plus this is a D flat major chord in C minor. It's also known as the Neapolitan. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. Chopin likes this a lot. It's just, it's very unexpected. So it's sort of this like magical, strange chord. And so I just want to hear. Right? To me, this is sort of winding down a little bit here. So you can make it like more ghostly, more mysterious. Right there. The bar before. Take a little time, but try to make it sing. Also here, this is just like Opus 10 number 8 that she had. You know, she had this ending where it was like whatever. So you need the same thing, a true cut there, right? Right? Don't elide it with the pedal. It should be something like it's a piano chord, and fortissimo and appassionato, it's totally different. I know we have to stop, but just do this, and then make a clear cut there. No, that's fortissimo, piano. Listen, I'll try. Right? Finish it, cut, and then do that. Exactly the same attack. Not so fast. Hear the sound in between. Yeah, it's the ending. So you don't have to count anymore. You made it. But it needs to be powerful. So if you do too short, it loses the power. So it might be helpful to pretend that there's like a little rest in between. Okay? But anyway, bravo. Great playing, man. Well done. Okay, perfect. Yeah, no problem. know this piece, so you're gonna have to teach it to me. But I have some thoughts, don't worry. So first of all, my question is, were you happy with how you started it? Be honest.
It's like, could have done better.
It's not that you played bad or good, but was there something that you would have liked to do better?
Like, maybe my left hand louder.
What specifically? Why is your left hand important?
It's the melody.
So we missed that.
Yeah.
But then it was better later. I was gonna say something right away, but then I was like, oh no, she can do it. So yeah, you always have to remember, whatever piece you play, what's the most important thing?
The melody.
Yeah. So my teacher, my doctor, was a guy named Paul Stewart, incredible musician and pianist, and he talked about basically three-dimensional piano playing. And you can think if you have the melody here, and just under that you have the bass. Remember the previous guy with his etude? I was like bass, 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 right? It's super important. So you have those two elements that are the most important, and then in the middle, and we'll get into that because you have a lot of middle stuff. The middle stuff is that stuff, it's the hardest to play and it's the least important. So if you play the bass and the melody and play really bad middle notes, it doesn't really matter. I'm kidding, you have to do everything. But that's the hierarchy. And so we missed that at the opening. So I want to give you another chance. Do you want to start again?
Okay.
And let's hear that melody from the outset. Preface that. What is your conception of this piece? Do you have images or ideas or
It's
stories?
Like impressionist.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of dreamy, like watery.
Very watery, definitely. Definitely not low. Yeah. Anything else, or that's more your idea?
There's like ups and downs.
Yeah. I think Ravel also, but Debussy was very good at evoking the colors of water and the movement of water and just sort of the different states of water. And I think we see that throughout. But I think, well, I don't want to put ideas in your head, but the opening, what kind of water is it? What kind of image of the water do we see?
It's like calm.
Yeah, it's probably a lake or something like that, right? And there's no ripples or anything, it's just, so I didn't really get that with your first chord. It's kind of heavy. And we get very peaceful, use the soft pedal if you want to. Right, something like this. Right, I don't really play it, but you do. You can see what you can do. So give yourself just gentle, but we need to hear both notes with good integrity. Maybe a slower attack, right? That's going to be too much, but I'm using the wrong hand, but you get the idea. Maybe a little more of the bass. Sorry to be picky, but now that's not bad. And then keep it with the pedal, right? It's just sort of like it's all sort of the second one especially. Then it comes back again, but make the big crescendo. Well, not a crescendo, but the opening and the close. Just one more time now, we'll go on from there.
From the start.
Yeah, let's do that again. So care for it a little bit more. Don't be in a hurry to leave the keys. You have to set it. You know, it's very you're at the bottom of the lake here. You're setting the fundamentals. No, we keep going. I'm just talking at you, but listen, you shut up. Now come back down. Good. No, keep going. Sorry, stop talking. Okay, here. Cut the sound. It's something new. So if we just elide the pedal into it, it doesn't really make sense. Let's do it from here, and then you're just going to diminuendo, and then cut the pedal, and then you start from there. Even if it's not good counting, who cares? Exactly. And try to hear even more of the sound. I don't know if that's right. Like make us wait for it. Make it a longer than a 16th rest. Make us feel like what's coming next, okay? Just even from there, somewhere. Yes, exactly. Do it again and go on. Right there. These should be really nothing. They should be inside the sound world you create there. They're not melody, they're just texture, little water droplets, but keep the core of this sound and then very gentle. No more than that, that's good. Go on. This is a little bit like Claire de Lune, right? Where you have the it's kind of the same idea, but pianissimo. Use the soft pedal, and don't be in too much of a hurry. Sorry, I'm going to steal that. I can't do it. You do better, but bom, bom, bom. Kind of a little. Ah, thank you. A little bit muffled. A little bit subdued. Yeah, just right there. Good soft pedal. Keep it pianissimo. That's not really pianissimo. It's almost mezzo forte. That's okay. Now here, can you make another different color? That was better, by the way. I think that's a better texture. It shouldn't, you know, with Debussy and Impressionist music, or Impressionist anything, Impressionist art's this way, if you look at it closely and you analyze it, it's a bunch of dots and a bunch of brush strokes and it doesn't really make sense. But then you back away and it's like this whole picture. And that's kind of how this is. Nothing should be very clear. Like in Chopin, we have these melodies that are clear, we use legato. This is more, the term is like pointillistic. So you're just, you should play kind of everything the same and that it will make sense from a distance. So you're not really trying to make this beautiful melody. Even here. That's it. That's not really even a melody. It's like a little motive. It's 3 notes. But it sounds like a melody somehow with all the extra stuff. But the point is, that's why I say this. It doesn't need to be very clear. It needs to be just a texture. Okay, and then we get there. Sorry, I'll do my best here. quasi cadenza, what does that mean?
Like a little bit like faster. Like not faster, like
Have you played a piano concerto before?
no.
Not yet? You will. So what does a cadenza look like in a piano concerto? Do you know?
No.
Okay, it's fine, it's fine. This is a learning experience. A piano concerto has soloist and orchestra, and typically the kind of culminating moment toward the end of the movement is a cadenza, and basically the orchestra drops out. You know, you'll hear like, and then the soloist will do something, solo by themselves, and it's totally free. It's sometimes even improvised. So a cadenza is always the moment of the most freedom, and it's sort of a show-off moment. And so basically, again, no metronome, stop counting, just make it up. And so I think you can kind of get crazier as you go. Sorry for the wrong notes, but you get the idea. Start with nothing and slow and build and build and build like you're improvising. It's perfect. Yeah. So just play with that idea, but that's good. And then here, sorry, my wrong notes again. So what's important to bring out in this passage?
The top note?
Yes, but more specifically, why?
Like
Did you hear what I said earlier about how we never want to hear the same thing? We want to hear what's changing.
yeah.
So this is very repetitive, but we have, you know, E flat right, and then F flat, then F natural right, and then finally it's B natural and G flat, right? It goes to G flat, yeah. So all the changes, the middle stuff is the same every time. So just bring out those changes, and especially, well, both of them, the bottom and the top. Okay? Do your cadenza one more time, and then just bring out show the color changes on the. More bass. So I'm sorry, I don't know your name. Hannah, I'm sorry. It's not enough, Hannah. Okay, so we just do your chromatic, right? We feel that closely, but you have to show it very clearly. Yes. Good, that's better. The E flat wasn't good, the other three were fine. Okay, so you can practice that. Go on, keep going. I think it needs to be a little bit clearer. Can you use more of the point of your fingertip?
Yeah.
Just the melody. It's a crazy fingering 5, but actually it does work. I don't know if that's what you do there.
I don't think so.
That's okay. You use what you're comfortable with, but just clear the melody. Yeah, more like this. Go on, sorry. Yeah, new color here, right? So you can show, that was pretty good, but just show like it. Okay, what's the difference between this color and the C natural? How is that a different color? What do you
One
think
is
of?
like it's just different.
I know, but you have to think about these things. You're an interpreter of this incredible music, so you have to decide. You can just use very simple terms like a specific color, like one is green and one is orange, or you can think this is darker and this is lighter. I'll just give it to you for this time, because I don't want to put you on the spot too much. But I think this one is a little darker with the C flat. show that. You don't have to agree with me later, but just for now.
Okay.
Try it, right there. Yeah, brighter. Go on, go on. I don't think I would keep all that in the pedal. I think you change pedal after that and go here, and then something else, I think. I'm not an expert on this piece, but to me it's a bit strange to keep all that in the harmony. I think that makes more sense. So you use that tied A flat bass as your pedal change.
Okay.
Can you try that? Good. But now, pianissimo. This should be like, to me it's like icicles or something. It's very like, it's water droplets. Maybe it's from a waterfall or some kind of spray, but it's like, but be more suggestive, right? So stay in the keys. And try just a little bit more atmospheric. Play a little bit less, close to the keys. Soft pedal maybe? Oh, you're using it. Okay. Yeah. It shouldn't be really, really clear. It should be just right? Yeah. Exactly. And then you can change pedal there. Go on. Change. Good. Okay, here I disagree with you because you don't make any difference between these and that. And one of these fits into one of those. So it's much faster than that. So more like, I don't know what our tempo is. It is a bit free for sure, but actually this is the same length as that. See, that's a triplet and that's, yeah? So how do you play that for me? That's okay, so you just tie it, but it's the same rhythm there. So do it like that. Okay. Good. So here, I actually liked very much how you did that. I think the shaping of those octaves made a lot of sense. It's melody, sort of. It's not the most beautiful melody, but it's more like, it's like developing the piece forward, right? So here you have like forte. This is sort of a very, you could probably play a little more here, honestly, more brilliant. And I would agree with the finger change, or the crossover. I would do the same. But notice it changes here. Piano, and then Andeo, right? So you have to bring this up more. You have to dig in with your fingers in the right hand, not the chord. The chord doesn't matter. I was talking about this with the previous pianist who was doing where we have, we don't want that to interrupt, and so it's the same thing here. We don't want that to be too strong. so that we keep the melody very clear, and the left hand has to support it. But let's go back here, try a bit more brilliant, give a lot more sound there, because it's working. Maybe, Hannah, one more time. Right, you have these big hairpins, so open up toward the top and then come back down again. So it's very hard to project a melody way up high like that.
Yeah.
So really play, not fortissimo, but forte. All of these notes, so they're super clear, and you can, and actually, have you ever accompanied like a singer or another instrumentalist?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How did that go for you? Was
I
it-
don't know, because it was like really easy piece.
Oh, okay. Well, sometimes, especially if you play with a singer or something, you have to adjust your playing to support them.
Yeah.
And even in piano music, we have to do the same. So our left hand is like the accompanist, and this is, let's call it the singer. And you can never overpower with these notes what the singer is doing. And the tendency of the piano is always the lower part is going to be more dominant. So we have to work super hard to get the melodies to project. And then we have to work very hard as well to underplay this so it doesn't swallow up the melody. Okay? So really, truly, think pianissimo, it'll help you. And then bring out, yeah, that's a good way to say it. Okay? So all the notes, right there. Except for that one.
Okay.
You gave up. It was very good until there. I think, I haven't said this yet, but I think some of this can move forward more as you get more comfortable, like this. You know, it's just water music, so you don't have to be too. This kind of thing. I think you can really go. You know. Like Ravel as well. Ravel has a lot of this in his music. Okay, I keep stopping. Go on. Yeah, this part reminds me of Rachmaninoff a little bit, actually. Can you start right away when you get there? You know. I don't think it's that hard to play, but immediately. Yeah, exactly. And the same thing, you go to the top and back down again. But, so think down and then transfer. Down into the keys and then. Keep going, sorry. Yeah, see, this part is not very convincing right now. Dee-dum, bum-bum, bum. So even though you have all this to do, we have to keep that very clear. It does. It's equally though, right? It's 8 notes, so it should line up, right? It's in here. Yeah. Okay. So sorry. Okay, you get the idea. So just be very clear about that. I think this one's not bad, and then can you just play right on that? I just can't hear it. Maybe with this one, be clear. D down. Show that very. Ready? Yeah. So when you're practicing at this, you have to just work very hard to bring out slowly like that and just bring out those. Okay. So it just needs a little more work to make that clear. Okay, you can fix that later. I just wanted to say that. All right. Okay, that's good. That's good. And by the way, the 8 against 3 is a very good job. That's hard to do.
Thank you.
Okay, can we get into there? Go backwards a little bit and let's get to the A major. Set it up a little bit. Go a couple bars before that. I want to hear the transition. So molto ritardando. What does molto mean? It's the opposite of meno. Meno is a little bit, like, or less.
So then a lot.
Molto is a lot, yeah. Beaucoup de ralentir. Okay, so a lot of slowing down. More than that. Do the first one kind of normal, and then really put the brakes on to set this up, because, right, you have too long.
Yeah.
Okay, so it has to really almost be no movement at all. Go back to the lake again. That's what we're trying to get to here. Good. And then I think the other thing is, again, we want it to be a special color. It's new. So what if you take the pedal off when you get here. Yeah. Just to start a new color. No, you pedaled right through. Come, just trust your fingers there so we get that beautiful. Yeah, but it's pianissimo, and this is a suspension, or an appoggiatura. In other words, a dissonant note. So A against G sharp, which then resolves, and so beautiful. So it should be less, okay? You can do it like a 2-note slow. Yeah, like this. You kind of play like that, so. Whatever it is, but okay, just try that right on it. So that's still the same. Go more on the first one and less, like, just do one of these. That's better. Okay, this is gorgeous, and then it gets loud here. Keep it all that same texture. It's pianissimo. Okay. Again, I think it helps if we just cut a little bit more. So I'll try. Sorry, but you get my point, right? You have to lead us a little bit more. If it's too pedaled everywhere, it's all kind of just the same. But just couper un peu. He often uses something called a caesura, which is this double, we sometimes call it a railroad tracks, but it's these double lines. It just means to cut. But anyway, I think just to get the color change. Yeah, right. It's better. This is too loud. This is too loud. More gentle. Right on the D, da, da, right? Da, da. Yes. And then you can put, for the last one, you can put the brakes on, because this is again a special color. So don't just play the, don't just drop into it, but really. You want to care for those notes, so you can take time to do that. It has to be under control. That's better. Now again, lent dans une sonorité harmonieuse et lointaine. So it's even slower here, and it's quarter notes. So it's all just like. It's not, nothing is moving. It's just the water is, the sun's going down and the water is totally calm. You have to create that. Create the stillness. More time. They're too fast. Listen. We have to stop, but I just wanted to say, these are triplets, okay?
Yeah.
So you have to play them a little bit faster than these. I'll just quickly demonstrate. So like, something like that. Because we're going 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Does that make sense? You have to feel those different groupings in them. Can you just end the piece? Let's go here. Just let's get the last couple bars. I want to say to hear that again. That's way too big. Don't hit it.
Okay.
Up. Go up from the key. Pull it out. Yep. Very subtle. And then here, you know, with French music, it's very suggestive. It's very subtle. Don't do anything explicit. We don't want a big ending. We want it very like, you can't quite tell what's going on even. Can you do the rolled chord and then the ending as well, as subtly as possible? Yeah, something like, and then hold it. You stay in the zone. That's right. Just listen to the sound. Bravo. Good job. I better not crackle on this one. thoughts on this sonata?
I think that it's sometimes romantic, but sometimes it can also be very like direct. So let's say maybe some parts it might be very slow, and some parts might just be like trying to hit you in the face while you're trying to play it. So it's really just a dynamic piece.
A lot of people say that Chopin was uncomfortable with the sonata form. He was more comfortable writing like scherzo or ballade or fantasy, and the sonata is like, you know, if you take a Beethoven sonata, you take Haydn, Mozart, the classical sonata people, or even Brahms sonatas, they're very strict and rigorous in terms of the structure. But with this one, to me, it's almost like a sonata fantasy. Because are you familiar with how a sonata works? We have an exposition. Yeah, tell me about it.
It's so like, all I know is that it's 3 parts really.
Okay.
I know that, let's say, so there's like the start, which kind of shows how the entire thing is going to sound a bit. Like it's
Gives
like,
all the main ideas.
yeah, the
of
main
piece.
ideas. Then the middle part is going to be something different from the main idea, I think, and the end part will be going back to the main idea to kind of loop it all together.
It's a return, yeah. So that's exactly right. We have the exposition, which lays out very clearly, generally at least 2 themes, sometimes 3. The first theme is one idea, and then you have a contrasting theme, and it sort of develops those ideas. And then the true development is where all these things are kind of put inside the washing machine, and they get jumbled and rearranged and contrasted against each other, and it's very chaotic, typically, very dramatic. And then, yeah, you finally get this return to the recapitulation, which typically will repeat all of that stuff, but now all in the same key. So it brings it all back to B minor or B major. That doesn't always happen. And with Chopin, maybe we can start there. I want to go through, but do you notice how you don't get a full recapitulation?
Yeah.
Like, we don't get this. Like, it starts here. Like, that's where we start to get the recapitulation. It's very strange. So to me, my whole point with this is, are you familiar with Robert Schumann, the composer? He was a colleague of Chopin's, but German, and he was much more comfortable with sonata form, and he was critical of the way Chopin wrote sonatas. He said Chopin put all his wildest children together in the same piece, and it's just sort of a mess. And I don't even know what he said about this piece, but he said that about the second sonata, the B flat minor. But anyway, the point is, I think this is like a sonata fantasy. Like, it's like you have the structure sometimes, and then he just develops the ideas, and they're so beautiful, and then he stretches it out, and he was so. It's also one of his last pieces, so he was at the height of his powers as a composer. It's very, very rich. There's so many ideas. He just allowed himself to basically reimagine what a sonata could be. So it's not to criticize Chopin, it's just to say, like, his genius would not allow him to stay within the confines of a very strict form. He needed more freedom. So that's what you find in this piece. There's a lot of that. Let's get into it. Start again for me, would you? And we'll just work. I think, to me, this is maybe part of maybe the most sonata-like of the whole piece, the beginning. It feels like, I mean, it is Chopin, but it feels like it could be a German composer too. Can we be a little bit, maybe like Beethoven, honestly, could we be a little bit, I know it's maestoso, but not everything should be so massive, okay? Idea. More staccato, a little drier, and I'll just show you what I mean. I think these, because there's no phrasing or anything, I think you can go just attached on all of them. Yeah, da 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 bum. Try. These are too strong. Dum, dee, da, da. Make a. That's your line. So don't make it too powerful. That's the idea. And so with a lot of German music, and we're pretending we're Germans right now, even though we're Polish French, but for the moment, it's like a German piece. The punctuation is very important. So the rest actually helps you. Dim, bum, bum, da, ya, da, 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 dee. So truly dry, no pedal. Let's feel the rest. Yeah, I think for me, this is the biggest chord of this phrase. Because it's sort of the most dissonant. It comes back again. Yeah. So you have another rest there. So you play for 2 beats. Okay, so use those rests. We need the silence. Like if you think of a great actor, they're not just going to blaze through it. They make it their own, and you have to do the same. Take the breath after, and then say it when you want to. Again, too much too soon. Keep it not weaker, but don't give everything. Remember the end of the Revolutionary? It's the same here, like grabbing. Exactly. So you'll go up, up, down. Try and drop. Yeah, it's like a moment for you to come back again. So we finish that phrase. Like it just gives you a little moment. I would delay slightly there personally. Yeah. But then back into tempo. Okay? Okay, good. So that go on from there, from that next phrase. Rest. Good. Here is hard, isn't it? But that's the rhythm we need. I'm not playing all the notes either. Dum, da, da, right? We're back to this dotted rhythm thing. It needs to be very clear. We'll get there, but da, da, can you do that? What's your fingering, by the way? Okay. But what about for the right hand? How do you do that? I would suggest, you may not be able to change on the fly, but with a 3, and then 5-3. I'll just write it. If you like it, you can try it. So with 3, 5-3, and then 4-2-1. Yeah. Just try right hand like that. You don't have to do it all right now, but. Just try it. If it doesn't work, we don't do it. But you can do that. You can totally do that. Why not? It's just, and you get legato between those that way. I think it's a bit better than all the same 5-5-5. It's too much for your hand. Use different fingers whenever you can. Okay, go on. No, you don't do it. So let's feel that those are all little cadences that are modulating. So close it each time. here, that's more straightforward. But these two, T, you have to feel the way the harmony pulls you, right? That's better. That's better. Go on. Good. Yeah. And if it's hard for you, you don't have to rush. Make sure to practice hands separately. Very confident finger. Because that's hard, right? You have a big jump. But anyway, you don't have to do that now. Let's get right there. So the triplet now. For this, be more clear. Yeah, play it like that every time. You can do it. It's a little rough around the edges right now. Yeah, that one too. And then you have to completely let go. I would practice like that. Just silently go there to get to find it. Good. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And you notice the imitation here we have, right? Okay, go on from there, if you would. Just from that staccato. From here. Don't make confusion with one. I'm sorry, what is your name? Brian. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think no pedal here. Look what he writes. Brum, brum. Then you can put it there, but try dry. I think so. And you can use pedal with these, of course. Just go on from there. I don't think this part is so loud. I actually have my score too. I just want to check it. Sorry. How did you practice this passage, by the way?
I just push and then the second note is a kind of retreating back.
Okay, I don't have any dynamic in this version either. But I would suggest if you haven't done this, so what if you played it like this for now? It's contrapuntal within one hand, but you have to hear both voices. Can you play that? Just try with two hands. I don't know if you've ever done this. So none of this. You're just going to take. You see what I mean? It's almost like a canon. You have A, and then A, so it's like it is a canon actually. So we have to hear both of those voices. So I'm going to torture you a little bit. It's like playing Bach. So no left hand, but the left hand is going to become the lower part here. Okay, so play with your two hands, just the right hand part. So bring up your entrance comes here, bring it up with that hand. That's right. That's good. Now you have to do with the right hand. Just the right hand. We'll leave the left hand for the moment. But do everything with one hand now. Pedal if you want. Okay. It arrives there. Yeah. What is the weakest part of that for you? What's the least compelling musically, do you find?
Probably when I'm like when like what's
Okay, it's sort of a leading question. I know what it is. It's when you have these huge rolls. Right? Those are really uncomfortable. But we have to do them. And so what I'm suggesting here is we have to keep both voices. So you have to take a lot of time here. You see what I mean? You can't lose either voice. So you have to kind of take the time it takes to do the roll. Like, we have to keep both of those in the pedal so that we don't lose them. With two hands it's somewhat easy, but with one hand, you may not be able to do all of this right now on the spot, but it's something you have to develop in this section, you know. Something like this. I know the left hand's not correct, but both voices in canon together have to be heard. Just do your best for now. And the other comment I have is your left hand was much too loud. So it's gonna. This is the nature of the piano, especially good pianos like this that are really powerful. The bass is really, really resonant, and so you have to really control it as best you can. We don't need a lot. We're just listening to the top mostly. It's just a rumble. Yeah, right on the keys like that. Okay, hands together, try it. Let's see what happens. The only thing I would add is you need more legato in the top. Da, da, dee, da. Even if you do this slide, make it a real slide. Or they have this. I don't know if you do this. Maybe. It's hard, right? So, okay, don't do it. But like just as much. This is much better. We can't have. Right? It has to be very. This is painful. Like this melody is like just searing. It's just so. Good. That's right. That's right. Now, I won't take the whole time on this because it's going to take some working out. But the other thing you have to do is you'd have to decide who's boss in this passage. And for me, it's very much the right hand. All the melody and everything interesting is here. So what happened there was your left hand is trying to force your right hand to do something it doesn't want to do. So this has to lead, and your left hand has to correspond and follow with it, okay? So don't be influenced by what your left hand is doing. It has to adapt to your right hand being lyrical. Okay, that's enough of that. Going ahead. By the way, we're not going to cover nearly the whole sonata. There's not enough time. But, you know, we'll do what we can. Can we go into this passage? Just anywhere you want to start is fine. Or from before that if you want. I don't care.
maybe like here.
Good. Yeah. Right there. Go ahead. Okay, so that voicing a little bit. Don't worry about full tempo right now. Just want to do a little bit more nuance. And the other thing is you have these syncopations, right? As soon as you get here, it's on the end of the beat, right? It's not where you expect it. So you have to kind of drop into those octaves to show it. Whatever the notes are, right? Can you try that? And again here, right? Go on. Yeah, and then here, this is all just slowly developing, but we have the D, C sharp, D. If you can hold, where is that? Yeah. Well, it starts, yeah. So like these ones. If you could, I mean, it's just a little touch, but I think it's nice. If you can kind of make legato between those, just show the, I'll do it again to show you. And then it can unroll. It just, a little more on your third finger and less on the second, actually. Keep going, keep going. Now, I would say one rule of thumb for pedaling is when it gets super chromatic, like here, actually it's good, it's good. As soon as you get to this chromatic section, if you keep the pedal, it's going to be ugly. Because we get that. So you have to change whenever it's chromatic. Just come back down maybe from the top of that. Yeah, I would do from that point basically just legato. No pedal. You've good fingers. Use them. Yeah, and this should be this. You need to think that you're a conductor here, and you're bringing in a new group of instruments for the orchestra. So. Right? It should just, it needs to be a transition that's clear. Good. Now here, by the way, is this not the greatest melody ever? I love this melody so much. I think it's one of the greatest melodies Chopin ever wrote. So I want to play this piece only for that. But you need to be careful here to keep the left hand even. Italian opera aria by Donizetti or something, and it's just, you know. It's going to be something like that, and then you have. So it has to be very simple, and then the right hand can just sing on top of that. Try it. sometimes in the right hand. Also, we have, they're the same. Make it contoured because it's an appoggiatura. Sometimes your eighth notes are uneven. Try to keep them as even as possible, still expressive, but okay. Try one more time. We're still a bit uneven, but maybe that's how you like to play it. You could run into some teachers who disagree and don't like that in a competition, but if it's your interpretation, go for it. My thing is, whenever you learn a piece, you have to do exactly what the composer writes, and as long as you can do that, then change your mind. But you have to at least give them the due that they deserve, that like they wrote it this way, so I should play it that way. Then if you have your own ideas, fine. They're not here to play it, so you play it. Okay, but going on from that, sorry, but this needs to move forward. So just keep the line going horizontally. Don't stop anywhere. Try to feel like there's tension on you, pulling you forward. Not bad, keep going. Disagree with is both of your dotted rhythms are not quite there. Dum, da-dee. This seems to be a theme tonight. But right, can you try that? How do you deal with this? It's awkwardly written, right? So, do you have a solution for it, or would you like mine?
Just keep this one.
What's the more important one? Yeah. So you're going to play, you can play, basically what the problem is we have almost a redundancy where the thumbs are fighting over the same note. But the melody takes precedence, so play very gently this, and that will allow this to speak more clearly, okay? Really underplay with the left hand. That's the idea, that's the idea. So with pedal, but basically staccato. I'll try. Yeah, no, that's right, that's right. And actually, you should do the second finger on the G. Are you doing that? That would make it easier too. So this is thumb and then 2, 3, right? Yeah, just I don't know why he had to write it that way, it's hard, but that's how he wrote it, so we have to do that. Okay, play now and go on. And a couple other things to Before you do that, yeah. It's interesting what he does here. So can you lift? Again, it's a syncopation. So drop into the E. Right, that's the purpose of it, to just give you even more momentum up. Okay, and then we have this. Go ahead. Time. The rhythm was not quite, it was a little bit slow the first time. Maybe you were a little cold. You've been sitting a long time. But one thing here, make sure that the grace note is not the principal note, but the thumb. Da dee bum ba ba da. Where is that? Sorry, here. Yeah, so that one. It's hard because of this rhythm. Dee da dum bum da dee bum ba ba ba. So you just have to take the time to do it. No, that's wrong. Right? Yeah. So just make sure your thumb is the principal thing. Okay, go on, go on. And also, again, this is back to the more German style. Try to do that without pedal, just fingers. Yeah, embrace the silence. And listen more to your left hand here. Because it's the moving line. That's better. Go on. It's like you turned on the TV and pressed fast forward. It's got to be in the same tempo. Because you're just doing. Okay, so in fact it's easier. You get to play slower, but try it. For you. Have you talked, well, I guess with Rebecca, have you talked to her about voicing chords? You guys work on that?
All of them.
Yeah. So how do you voice this passage? Easier said than done.
Talking.
So do it. That's so much better. That's so much better. Do you understand why? It just gives more clarity to the sound. If everything is the same, it's too much. It sort of hurts our ears. So, the best way I know for practicing this, by the way, if you're not familiar, you just do staccato on the bottom. Well, this one's perfect. It's doing it for you already. Not in the actual performance, but just to get the touch of what you have to bring out more. It just helps you know how to balance the chords. Okay, let's go forward a little bit. Maybe we could do just leading into the development. So how about maybe around anywhere you want to start, just get into there. I wanted to get to that. So maybe is that possible somewhere there? How about you? Keep the dotted rhythm there. You do that in the exposition and the recap. So just don't make them two eighth notes, but an dotted eighth with a 16th. Then it's more consistent. That's it, yep. Careful of the rumbliness here. So I don't think you were doing pedal, right? Good. No pedal. Trust your fingers, but you have to be very articulate here. Yeah, it's a low voice, but it still can be expressive. Make it clear. That's great. Go on here, and then you. So Brian, I don't think you need quite as much pedal. You're doing well. You're bringing out the different voices, but be careful of pedal because it undercuts all the work you do with your fingers. It makes a mess of all of this clarity. Think that you're playing Bach right now, or Brahms, something contrapuntal, or Medtner, my favorite, but something with multiple lines. Well, you're playing Chopin. He's doing it too, but regardless, it's contrapuntal, and so the more pedal we put, the less clear it is. So just the minimum you need. Maybe from the C sharps there. Okay, just before we go on to there, the only thing I would add, you play it better than I could, but bring out the second D. Why? Because it's a tie. Bum, da, yum. Okay, so when we have more weight on that, it's going to tie across the bar or across the median. And so we talked about the development being kind of a soup of all of the ideas. You see how here it starts to unravel and then it goes back to the beginning. Yeah. So it's like he's just improvising and he's created this sonata. It's really interesting. You want to just go into that maybe? I don't know how the time is here, but. Staccato here, yeah. But like the beginning. As clear as you can. Yeah. Don't be afraid of being late. Da da dee da 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 da. So your hand has to go up. Yeah. So the way to practice it to really test yourself is just to do more than you think you need to. There's so much we could talk about, but I think we have to stop. Maybe the final thing, just a couple of bars later. I thought that C7 chord there could have been a slow roll here. Yeah. Anyway, there's so this piece is just like endlessly rich. So we could talk for another 15 hours probably. Anyway, bravo, good job everybody. Do you need your mic?
Oh, that's my book.
Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you for being with us for a wonderful evening. For the audience, I believe you all had fun here. If you wish to leave some donation, please feel free to drop in the box. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Now, may the four pianists come up and have a picture with Benjamin.
Okay, picture time. And then just yes, of course. So maybe you want me behind them? Maybe I don't know. How do you want to do it?
You're standing in the middle. You're the most important.
Well, I didn't do that much. I just yelled at them.
Do I come up? Good job, everybody. You saved your name twice. I'm dead, bro. I'm really dead.
Yes.
The question is, like, some of the parents